Many people ask me, what is going to come and what will be the new scenario. And I always tell them to consult our manifesto, because we are so faithful to the manifesto that we drafted before the election, and that unprecedented mandate that we received from the Nepali people, we believe was an overwhelming endorsement of the manifesto. And in particular, the 100 transformative measures that we've outlined there on the economy, on the socio-political front, on the international front, and undergirding all that is our very strong resolve to augment good governance in this country. So let me just end with the 5 principles that we are emphasizing, and the 5 priorities that align with those 5 principles that we've laid out, and on which the parliamentary deliberations are about to commence. And I hope to expand on these in response to the concerns of specific members of parliament over the next day or 2. So the 5 principles that we've laid out is really this bedrock commitment to governance. So we are explaining this as a transition away from the heavy price that the Nepali society has paid for malgovernance over the 10 to 15 years, and this decisive shift we need to make to reap the dividends of good governance. So we call this Susasanko Lalamsa. So that's the dividends of good governance that we want to spread and solidify and cement in the Nepali society over the next 5 years. But the early beginnings of that will happen it has already begun in our opinion, but the budget will make it much more credible and ensure that the good reforms that we announce are irreversible. So that's the approach. The second, obviously, is the restructuring of the economy. As you all know, and I'm sure you'll be discussing this and we'll discuss in subsequent panels, that the productive competencies of our economy have been eroded over the last 2 decades. We've become a completely remittance-dependent economy, and while we seek to wean off our heavy dependence on remittances over the next few decades, how do we build those durable sources of economic growth? And that's very much our focus. This country with an adverse terrain, beautiful, but very difficult to do business in. We need to connect it in multifaceted forms. So our third priority is a holistic approach to infrastructure building in a manner that connects our society and the regional economies. So there will be a heavy emphasis on roads, a complete universalization of energy connectivity, grid connectivity in all its form, hopefully all clean. There will be a major emphasis on internet connectivity, something that is reliable and also accessible, and obviously on aviation safety. We need to do much more to connect Nepal with each other, the regions within, but also connect Nepal to the world. We could be doing much more in this area. So a unified approach to infrastructure building to augment connectivity. On social investments, especially the universal social mobility, quality health, education, nutrition, access to 5 basic financial services, and the sustenance of a viable social security architecture. That's going to be extremely important.